Hi, English students. Today we are going to tackle lesson 5 in book 5. Okay, so Worldly Wise 2000, book number 5, lesson 5. Congratulations for finishing the first 4 chapters. There's some quite difficult words. The words today I think are very, very useful. So try to learn them and try to learn how to use them. Okay, first let's go through the pronunciation. Okay. So say these words 2 times with me. Say them loud. Don't just listen. Okay. This video you have to speak with me. Okay. So say these words, please. Avalanche. Okay. Make sure you have the V sound. Avalanche. V. Okay. Not an F sound. Okay. Avalanche. Blizzard. Here you need the Z sound or the Z. Okay. Blizzard. Blizzard. Challenge. Challenge. Conquer. Conquer. Crevice. Crevice. Okay, crevice. Foolhardy. Foolhardy. Lure. Lure. Makeshift. Makeshift. Optimist. Optimist. Previous. Previous. Okay. Previous. Root. Root. Summit. Summit. Terse. Terse. Okay, there's two more on page 51, okay? Thwart. Thwart. Make sure you have that TH sound, okay? So your tongue has to be out. So thwart. Thwart. The TH with the W is kind of fun, okay? Thwart. Thwart. Okay? If you can't do the sound, what you do is do the W-A-R-T part, okay? So wort. Wart. Wart, 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 wart. Thwart. Thwart. Okay? So do the wart sound first. Okay? And then the last word is vertical. Vertical. Okay? Good. So, one last time. Okay? Avalanche. Avalanche. Blizzard. Challenge. Conquer. Crevice. 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 Foolhardy. Lure. Makeshift. Optimist. Previous. Root. Summit. Terse. Thwart. And vertical. Vertical. Okay? So make sure you have the V, the THs, the Z or Z sounds all nice and sounding just like me. Okay? Now, we're going to look at these words and how to use them, okay? Just pronouncing them is not enough. So, the first word, avalanche. Avalanche, okay? An avalanche, if there's a mountain here, and then snow, and snow, and snow, okay? But maybe the snow is too heavy, and then the snow will move and go down the mountain. If you're skiing on the mountain, an avalanche is very dangerous, okay? So we can say he was killed by an avalanche. Okay, so maybe a skier is very unlucky and there's too much snow. Remember, we say much snow, not many snow. Okay, you say too much snow. Maybe because there's too much snow, the avalanche started. And we say he was killed by the avalanche or an avalanche, okay? Now, an avalanche, sometimes an avalanche just means a lot of something, an avalanche, okay? So here, an avalanche of something, okay? So here it means like lots and lots and lots. So maybe the American president, okay? The American president has something like a new war. And then the reporters are like, Mr. President, what about the war? And many questions, question. And we'll say, the president answered an avalanche of questions. An avalanche of questions. maybe today, if you get English homework, math homework, science homework, read or anything else homework, history homework, you will have an avalanche of homework. Okay, just so much homework. Okay, so it's just going to mean lots and lots. Blizzard. Blizzard is a storm. Okay, a snowstorm. Okay, so here it says the Chicago airport. The Chicago airport had to close for 2 days because of the blizzard. You can say because of, or you say due to the blizzard. Okay, so that due is not D-O. That due is this one. So the airport was closed due to the blizzard. Due to the flood. Okay, the reason. Okay, or you say because of the blizzard. So blizzard, just lots and lots of snow. If you're driving in a blizzard, probably you should stop. Okay, don't drive in a blizzard. It's very dangerous. Maybe you live in a hot country, but in Canada this happens. Okay, so a blizzard is a big snowstorm. Challenge. Challenge has lots of meanings. See, 1, 2, 3. Okay, challenge number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Blizzard. I forgot my piece of paper. A blizzard. Okay. The verb usually say hit. So here we say the Chicago airport had to close because of a blizzard or due to a blizzard. But here I made blizzard the start of my sentence. Okay, this is the subject. So we say a blizzard hit the Chicago airport. A blizzard hit the Chicago airport, so it had to close. Okay? You can say hit or you can say struck. Okay, past tense. Both of these are past tense. Okay, present tense is hit and strike. Strike. S-T-R-I-K-E. Okay, so the verb for blizzard is going to be hit or struck. A blizzard hit New York. A blizzard struck Chicago. Okay, a blizzard hit Toronto, and the mayor closed the city. Okay, so a blizzard hit. Now, challenge, you can just challenge somebody. I challenged her to, don't say she here, okay? This is the verb, this is after the verb. So don't say I challenged she. Don't say I challenged he. I challenged her. I challenged him. I challenged them to a game of soccer. Okay? I challenge them to a game of football. Okay? So challenge them. It says, hey, I will win. Let's play. Okay? So I challenge you. Okay? I challenge you to a game of ping pong. Okay? So I challenged her. Okay? Now challenge has another meaning. Challenge means that you disagree with someone, okay? So maybe a teacher is thinking, I don't give very much homework. And then everyone, hands go up. Yes, you do. You give too much homework. The students challenged the teacher's idea, okay? Here, it's not a game or anything like that. It just means that you're disagreeing with what the teacher said, okay? So if someone says something and you're like, no, I don't think so. Like maybe your little sister or your little brother said, oh, this candy is mine. And then you, no, that candy is mine, okay? So you challenged their idea, okay? So you challenge the idea, their idea, challenge the suggestion. Okay? So you're disagreeing. You're saying that they are not right. You can't throw paper. It doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. So this is challenge. Okay. Challenge is number 2. I talked about number 1 and number 3. Challenge number 2, to cause a person to use a lot of skill. So say this trail challenges even the best skiers. So it means that the best skiers, even they think this mountain is really difficult. Okay, challenge. I think my vocabulary English vocabulary is really good. But sometimes I'll read like a really, really hard book, and I'm like, ooh, this book really, really has hard words. This book challenges me. It means makes my reading difficult. Okay, it challenges me. Maybe you find math very easy. Okay, so if I do like 5 plus 5 equals this one, I don't think this is challenging for you. Okay, if I do 5 times 5, I don't think this is very challenging for you. Okay, but if I do something like this, you say, wow, that math is very challenging. That math challenges me. That math challenges the best students. That was better. Throwing a ball is easier. Okay, so challenge is that way. Now, challenge can also be a noun, okay? So challenges, so the challenge. I accepted the challenge. So if I say to you, I challenge you to a game of ping pong. Second time. And you say, yes, I accept. I accept. You accepted my challenge. Challenge, okay? So challenge. Next is the word conquer. Conquer, it means win, but usually it means like win, like land, okay? So maybe if there's a war, this country and this country fight. And these people go all into the land. And now they've got 2 countries, okay? We'll say they conquered the neighbor. This country conquered their neighbor. They conquered the other country. Okay, so it means that you win the war. Okay. Now, conquer has another meaning where you really, really, really do well. Okay. So here it says, swimming lessons at the YMCA helped me to conquer my fear. Conquer my fear. That's this one. The second one. He conquered his fear of something. Okay, so Batman. Batman, when he was a little boy, was really, really scared of bats. Okay, but when he was older, he conquered his fear of bats. Okay. If you are very scared of high places, okay, but every day you go up the elevator and down the elevator and you look in the window, slowly you will conquer your fear of high places. Okay. She conquered her fear of something. It means you kind of winning. The fear is not winning. Okay, you win. Okay, conquers here. He conquered France. Okay, he conquered Greece. Okay, so country or a place. Okay, so conquered. So it means you win. Now the noun there is conquest. Conquest, the act of defeating. The Norman conquest of England took place in 1066. The Battle of Hastings, I think. My history. Yeah, so they beat England, okay? The Normans, okay? This group of people that were living over in France, okay? So they conquered England. Crevice. Crevice is a big hole. Okay, but usually like in a mountain, if you've got a mountain and mountain, just down there is a crevice. Okay, if you know the word valley, valley will be big and huge and houses and all that kind of stuff. So the word valley, you can have a city in a valley. Okay, valley. You can have big things in the valley, farms and stuff like that. The crevice is really small. Even if one person goes in there, like a person slides in there, it'll be like a scary place, okay? That's a crevice. A crevice. Next is foolhardy. Foolhardy. Foolhardy means that you're brave, but maybe too brave, okay? So, look, there's a fire. That building has a fire. And then there's children. Help me! Help me! And you're like, I'm coming! And you run in there. And you get the children. And you go out the door. Out the door. And then the building falls down. Collapses. Okay? If you were slower, just 5 seconds, you would die. So maybe the firefighter will say, oh, you're a hero. But that was foolhardy. It means you were brave, but possibly too brave, okay? You were brave, but you could have really, really, really hurt yourself. You know, if you are in Canada in the winter and you see a lake and it's all ice and you walk across, and someone says, don't do it, and then you finish it, they're like, ooh, you're lucky. That was very foolhardy. The ice is only this thick. You can fall through the ice, okay? So walking across the lake was foolhardy or very foolhardy, okay? So it means that you're brave, but you know, you did something kind of maybe you shouldn't do that, okay? Okay, lure. Now, let's go down here. Artificial bait used for fishing. A lure is like a hook, and maybe they'll put some feathers on it and stuff like that. And then they will put it in the lake and get the fish. And the fish, okay? That's called a lure. But the second meaning, why do you put the feathers on there? Because the fish thinks, ooh, it's a fly and will eat it or something like that. And the fish thinks it's very interesting, okay? And food. So the fish looks at it and then goes and gets it. Now, lure has another meaning. It can also mean attract somebody, okay? Attract somebody. So, if you have a new store, maybe you have a new shoe store, shoes, okay? And you want to sell shoes to many, many people and make money, okay? But you want to tell people this is a new store. So you get like 1,000 balloons and you put them outside your store. And then everyone driving, they're like, hey, there's a new shoe store. And then they go to your shoe store. The balloons attracted many people. Okay? You can also use the word lure. Okay? The balloons lured many people into the store. Okay? Here, when it says the lure of the sea, it just means that someone really wants to go to the ocean, get on a boat and go on the boat and all that kind of stuff, okay? So it's like calling them. The first time I see snow, I think skiing. I want to go skiing, okay? So snow lures me to the mountains, okay? Because I love to go skiing. So we say lure, it's kind of like pulls you that way, okay? The snow pulls me towards the mountain. The snow lures me to the mountain, like that, okay? So it kind of like pulling you there is luring somebody, just like the fish. It pulls the fish, okay? Makeshift. Makeshift means that you are going to make something, but just for a short time, okay? If you're hiking in the forest, and then the sun goes down and where am I? You should try to make a bed or something and you should stay where you are. Okay, don't walk all night. So you make a bed, but it's not going to be a beautiful bed. You just get some leaves and put them on the ground and try to sleep, okay? You might, if it's raining, you want to make a tent, okay? Again, you can cut tree branches and make a tent like this and sleep underneath there. Okay, this is not a beautiful tent. This we'll call it a makeshift tent. Makeshift, okay? It just means that you're making something that's just for a short time. Okay? The light here, if it burns out, okay? If the light turns off and I need to change it, but I don't have a ladder. I don't have a ladder. I will make a makeshift ladder. Okay, I'll put a box here, and maybe a chair on the box, and they'll stand up there. It's a little bit foolhardy, But I'll stand up there and then I'll change the light. I'll change the light. Okay, but I don't want to buy a ladder. A ladder maybe $200, but I'm not going to buy a ladder just for that. So what I do is I make a makeshift ladder. Okay, so this just means a short time. You make it for a short time. Okay, so a makeshift home, a makeshift bed, a makeshift tent, like this. Okay, finished. Okay, makeshift. Now we turn to optimist. Hey, optimist. Optimist means your mind is like happy. Okay, so not just happy, but you think the world is a good place. Okay, you don't think the world is a bad place. Your mind is usually kind of like a happy thing. Okay, so for example, if you have some water in here, this much, some people will say, oh, this cup, the orange cup, is half full. That's an optimist because they see the water here and they're like, ooh, that's a lot of water. The opposite is this one, a pessimist. Okay, optimist, pessimist. A pessimist, their brain works opposite way, okay? The pessimist will look at the water in the orange cup and they'll say, this part is empty. The cup is half empty. Okay, an optimist, half full. A pessimist will be like, why? Why is there this part's missing? This cup is half empty. So they'll think this way. Do you think it's going to rain next Saturday? An optimist would be like, I think it'll be nice. A pessimist will be like, it's gonna rain. Okay. Will your soccer team win on Friday? Will your soccer team win on Friday? An optimist will be like, yeah, we're gonna win. A pessimist, I don't think so. Our team is bad. Our team never wins. So these people, their thinking is a little bit different. This is usually kind of a happy thinker. This person is usually a kind of a sad thinker, okay? So this is the person. He is an optimist. She is a pessimist, okay? This is an adjective. You say he is very optimistic. So you say very or really, really optimistic. She is really pessimistic. Okay? Here, optimism. This is what you have. Okay? These two are both nouns, optimist and optimism, but that's a person. This is what the person has. So an optimist has a lot of optimism. A pessimist has a lot of pessimism. Okay? So that's a noun, an adjective, and a noun. They're all similar. Optimist. Pessimist. Be an optimist, okay? Okay, previous. Previous means before, okay? The actual meaning better would be prior, okay? We use it a little bit different, okay? So previous to making this video, I made lesson 4 video. Okay, this is lesson 5. So previous to this one, I made lesson 4. Okay, I can also say prior to the lesson 5 video, I made the lesson 4 video. Previous and prior are the same. Before is a little bit different because before, then you're going to put person. Previous to lesson 5, but here, before Daryl made lesson 5, he made lesson 4. So before is a little bit different than previous and prior. Prior to going to school, previous to going to school, like this. Before he went to school, like that. So the meaning is similar, these three. But before, we usually say before he went, like this. Route, which is the next one. Route is the same as course, okay? Course meaning the path that people go, okay? Not a university course, okay? But a route. So if I throw this, we'll say its course, the orange pen's course, the route, the airplane's route or airplane's course. Summit. Summit is the top of the mountain. Okay, summit or peak or apex are all very similar. You know, he went to the summit of the mountain. He went to the peak. Okay? Sir Edmund Hillary went to the summit of Mount Everest. Okay? The first person to go to Mount Everest. He went to the apex. Like that. Terse. Terse just means short. Short. But you can't say like this pencil is long. This marker is short. You can say short, but you can't say this marker is terse. Terse is usually going to be words. Words, okay? Hey, did you like the movie? No. Daryl's answer was very terse. Terse, terse. Okay? This is short words. Short words, okay? Hey, Daryl, can you give me $5? Sure. Terse. Okay? Hey, Daryl, can you give me $5? Sure, I'll give you $5, but you have to give it back to me next Wednesday. This answer is not terse. That's a very long answer. Okay? Terse, just short words. Short words. Okay? So we usually say a terse answer, a terse reply, a terse sentence, a terse letter. Maybe you write to your neighbor, and the neighbor's really, really loud, but you don't want to talk to them. So you just write them a letter and you say, be quiet! And you give them the letter. That's it, 2 words. We say that's a very terse letter. Okay? 2 more words. Thwart. Thwart means you stop something or you block something. Okay? So, but it's usually someone has a plan and you stop their plan. Okay? So you thwart it. Like maybe I want to attack Japan. Okay? And my boats are going from Canada to Japan. My boats are closer and closer and closer. But then Japanese people see it. Okay? And they send the airplanes. And my boats. We'll see. The Japan airplanes, the Japanese airplanes thwarted my attack. They thwarted an attack, his attack. They thwarted, just means stopped it, not happening. Okay, so we usually say thwart an attack, thwart an idea, thwart an attempt. Okay, so maybe you and I play basketball, and I shoot the ball like this, whew, and it's going in, and then somebody, he thwarted my shot. Okay, he stopped it. Okay, and then last one is vertical. Okay, I think lesson 4 had horizontal. Vertical is the opposite. Okay, Daryl's arm is horizontal. Daryl's arm is vertical, up and down, okay? Daryl's arm is horizontal, vertical, okay? Okay, long video. Next time I'll try to have a quicker video. Please do your work. Please remember these words, okay? From the first word to the last word. And get ready for any test, okay? Bye-bye, take care. If you need help, please ask.